Hi everyone, me again, mechanical build time. It was finished, I promise you it was finished. But now it's not. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I'm going to just ping everyone, let them know that I'm streaming. Okay, shareable link. Hey everyone, guess who's streaming again? Okay, session 240, hello. Did I break something? I didn't break anything. I'll explain in a moment. I will just, let me just get this info out. If I could only type. Okay, I've tweeted and it's on Discord. So, we're good to go. No, not feature creep. How funny. But just wrote in the Discord chat. I wrote, guess who's streaming again? You go, Brian Locke? No, me. Oh, bang. No, not feature creep, but when I put this together the other day, when I was working on the linear rails and on mounting the blocks on, I mentioned that look at that, I've even got the logo. You can see my hair though. I mentioned that the block that was on this one was not very smooth, and it's still not, and it's even worse now that I've got everything else set up. So I'm going to remove the block and replace it with, so this is the one that came from China. It came, the block and the rail together. I'm going to replace it with one of the blocks I got locally. But before I do that, I'll put this back in just to show you it all together, because it is all together, and well, apart from no drivers yet, like there's nothing connected to it electronically, I actually have a finished mechanical build. So as you can see, we've got the y-axis and we have the x-axis. Hello John, you're there but in meetings, so you're not really here. And I have limit switches on each end. Bloop, click. So no more runaway stuff. And I have a camera mounted underneath, which does actually work, but we'll get to that. It's not, I need to swap the camera out. I'm glad I bought those other cameras because this camera is not suitable at all. We can get to that later. But look, this might work, but it feels quite stiff. Hey Frank. It feels quite stiff, and I'm worried that it's going to have a problem. I've got it as smooth as I can. I've cleaned the rail a few times, but it just, I don't know. I'm just not sure. There'll be a courier. Yay. Hello, cable tie. Vaguely listening should be working. That's okay. So the build is done. I was going to let my patrons know first, but I'm not sure if I should pull this off now or just worry about it later. I also haven't set up any of the wiring for the limit switches, but it will, like, it won't go off the edge, like it's stopped. So, and this actually turned out exactly like my Fusion 360 layout. Although I hadn't mapped this part here in Fusion 360, but I had mapped this part. And it worked as expected, but I did go through many 3D prints and iterations, well, not that many actually. There's not that many in there, really. And that was just all about tuning tuning little bits and pieces and getting the tolerance right and stuff. Yeah, it's come up really well, and it's pretty sturdy, and it's quite heavy now. So I also did some more work on code, fixed up some of the issues I was having, fixed that rotation flipping bug, and some other things. But yeah, I just don't know. Well, I also started getting back to this again. Hey Jericho, hey Bruce. Dinnering, sort of. I also started breadboarding my bobs again. Now that I've got steppers on here, I want to see if I can get that working. Something else that's kind of weird, it looks like this stepper, when it rotates, it doesn't look like it's rotating straight. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Like I've never... It's not that any of this is precision, right? But, you know, I mean, I've got everything tensioned fairly well, and I don't know how long this will stay together for. I want to put a metal clamp here, the teeth that hold it down, but I don't have one. I can't... Well, I've ordered one, and it's going to take... I don't know how many weeks to get to me. I've also got no lighting in here yet, and it needs lighting. Like, without lighting, it's kind of useless. But I wouldn't mind playing with see if I can get a stepper moving, but I've got no limit switch control or anything, so I'm a bit worried about smacking the stepper into something. I just don't know if I should pull this apart right now. So this section here was actually designed, the S-rail was designed to be completely separate. I mean, apart from the camera, which is plugged in, and the stepper, it's completely modular. It's really heavy. These linear rails are really heavy. I didn't realize how heavy they were. I feel like I should have gone the smaller ones. I think the 12s, these are the 15s. I don't mind the y-axis being on the 12, and this works quite smoothly. But I feel like this is so heavy, unnecessarily. I also cut my first bit of extrusion to length, which was exciting for me. So I can pull this apart and put a different block on. Maybe I just should, and then I'll know for sure if it's the block or the rail. It could just be a shit rail. I've got the wires caught. Come on. True, you aren't actually moving much load. This is all I'm moving, is the camera. This camera is all I'm moving, and this thing is so heavy, comparatively, compared to the weight of this little camera, that, yeah. So, I think I'm going to pull it apart. I need something to support this, though. So while I do it, so it doesn't fall over. Okay. I'm pretty impressed with what I mean, you know, thankfully all the 3D print bits are small, but I'm pretty impressed, because I've never done this before, and the only knowledge I've got is watching other people's YouTube videos and looking at my Prusa, which is a completely different design. I'm quite shocked that this all came together and moves. Well, it doesn't move from steppers yet. I'm surprised. Like, I've been working on it non-stop since my stream, but I feel like, okay, it's going to be interesting. I want to take this off but leave the belt tensioned, which I should be able to do. Look at that. Look at that. Yay. Again, modular. See, this just... I mean, this is supposed to be really smooth, right? Like, that's supposed to just slide down, isn't it? Isn't it? I feel like that's just terrible. You could have used the mechanics from a drawbot. Lol, the camera is not much. Right, those drawbots won't fit over a conveyor like I need it to. Current battling with the mess that is semiconductor supply chain. Have to order from 3 or 4 different sites. So manufacturer refuses to sell me stuff they have in stock. Really? Why won't the manufacturer sell it to you? That's a bit weird. Okay, I need to get another block. I bought 4. I didn't, like, at the time when I ordered this stuff, hadn't ordered this one yet. This is the longer one than those. So I bought 4 blocks, assuming that I'd wreck one. How much oil grease on that slide? There's a lot of oil grease on the slide. I've cleaned it already, and it's still all completely oiled up now. The seals have to be tight. What seals? I don't know. All I know is these are loose, and this is not. And from the second I opened it the other day on my stream, I said this doesn't feel very smooth compared to those ones. So I think I'm just going to swap it out. Swap it out is the plan. And sorry, you think it's excess oil? I don't know. I don't really know a lot about this stuff, but I wouldn't even know how to fix it from there. I just think it's just dirty and gunk or something. I don't know. Okay, let's get this one open. I can get more blocks, not a problem. I just like, if I'm going to have any issues with this, hey, Simple Electronics, there you go, that's why I'm here, for those that can't sleep. Flush it with brake cleaner, acetone, and reapply grease. I don't have any brake cleaner, acetone, I don't have any grease, so I don't have that option at the moment. I can get replacement, I get replacement linear rails if I need. Blocks if I need. But I'm going to this is twice as smooth. Yeah, this like way smoother. Okay, I'm going to take this one off. I'm assuming these things will work. Okay. Oh my gosh. That is so much better. And I'll just fall down. Okay, that's yeah, that is so much better. Hey Chris, how you doing, mate? PCB cleaner. Yeah, well, I've got cleaner here, but I've got nothing to re-grease it with. Don't have any sewing machine oil. That's what was mentioned to me the other day. I haven't gone out and bought any yet. Seriously, this is miles apart. Okay, I'm going to put this back together. That is very cool. Like, I'm not saying that everything else about this tolerance-wise is perfect. It's not, but it's, you know. Hey Peter, did you remove the protection wax stuff off the rails? There was no protection wax or anything. I've cleaned the rails. As I said, these two are fine. These two came from a local supplier with these blocks. This one came from China, and it was already assembled. The block was already on it. It was in a plastic. It was wrapped up in plastic. It just had tape holding it in place, and it's never felt smooth at all. Also excited to see another stream on this contraption you're creating. I'm enjoying it too. I was really disheartened by the results I was getting from this camera, this global shutter camera, I gotta say. But anyway, one of the issues with it, it's terrible in low light. It's like, and I wasn't aware, like I've never really used a global shutter camera before, but the high res you make it, the less light comes in. I don't know if that's I don't think that's a photography thing. Like, it's as in without manually changing. Like, I've got no control over it. I've got no way of setting anything on it. I can't adjust. Yeah. Anyway. So, modular. Oh, smooth. Look at this. Click, click, and so much better. So much better. It's still, no, it's about the same. Yeah, much better. It just moves it sounds scratchy. Yeah, it does sound scratchy. And it could be the rail is bad as well, but it's the only rail I've got of this length. Hey JF. I'm in a Discord about lubrication. Okay. Look, this works good enough for now. I have to be honest with you. Like, I really think I want to change this over to a 12. Something much narrower, I think. There's too much weight on this, personally. The steppers won't have a problem moving it. I just don't think it needs it. Now, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to get these back in. Yeah, the stepper could be making the noise. And I've got friction from the stepper. I mean, it's not wired up or anything, but there's still a bit of friction. Okay. To get these T-nuts in. I've ordered a whole bunch of the drop-in T-nuts. Although I've got a couple of them here that came with my limit switches in those kits. And I've got to say, they're not really that much. I mean, the fact that you can drop them in is great, but they're not that nice to work with. They often twist and flip around, I found. Loving the logo. Yeah, I thought you might like that. I think it was Mako was saying the other day that no logo on this screen. So everything's 3D printed. All the blue stuff is obviously 3D printed. And honestly, it's come up way better than it should. Way better. This keeps your belts tensioned, safe, and sure. Thanks, Stray77. Although I don't know how I'd implement all of that into this, and I just don't know if it's. I'm not going to get that one in. Where's my tweezers? I should have put this one in first. This is the only one that's hard to get in. Okay, good. Good. 2 more screws and we're good. So lighting is a problem. I need to wait for my lights. Like I can't until I get these 12-watt lights. And I told you I ordered 24s as well, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the 12s. And I need to get the new cameras that I've got for this section here are the low light ones. So I think that's going to help immensely. Yes, the logo's crooked because it's using my webcam, my regular webcam, looking at the logo. So I can't really do a lot about that, unfortunately. It's either that or no logo at all. Oh, that's my alarm. I need to take some meds. So this is the final build. it's there's nothing hidden. Obviously I've got both steppers on this side, so I can hopefully just have, I mean, all I need to do is bring wires from the limit switch around back here, and then the limit switch from here, and then everything goes to the back. Obviously the camera up here can, you know, whatever I do with the cable on there. I don't have any room for any drive chains, and I don't want to put any drive chains on. If I can get away with it, I don't care how open this looks with, like, I don't have to hide the belts or anything. I'll get some oil, like maybe over the weekend. I was out earlier today. I could have got. Let me show you what I got earlier. I got, well, yesterday and today. Hang on. I impressed myself. Oh, okay. It's not a mailbag. We're not doing a mailbag, but I bought. Oh, let's hope it's going to work with the camera. That's 3 layers high of hardware. I mean, they're cable ties. Look at that coloured cable ties. Never seen coloured cable ties like this before. Anyway, this is all hardware. M3, M4 and M5. Pan and countersunk, all different lengths. I'm sick and tired of not having the right size or length bolt or nut here. So I went and bought a whole bunch, including, I found this little tray of just nuts, of varying sizes. So yeah, lots and lots of bolts. Now I need to find something to store them in. Go to Bunnings and buy a rack or something. So while I'm at Bunnings, I'll get myself some sewing machine oil. Need a lot of hardware. Not that I work that much with extrusion, but I found this quite limiting when I only had like 2 screw sizes, 1 countersunk and 1 knot. It was a bit annoying. So yeah. So look, it wasn't cheap. Like, well, it was cheap-ish. I didn't go to Bunnings to buy it. Like, I went to what are they called? Cost less nuts and bolts. But like, it could have been much cheaper if I bought it from China, but I never would have got it. Unfortunately, they didn't have any kits. Kits would have been better. Amazing how much those boots cost. The boots? Hello, True Machine Automation. You mean the nuts? Knowing you don't have the right size, bought a bunch of different sizes, fairly small amounts. Well, yeah, I mean, these all came in boxes of 100, and whatever. They'll stock me up for a long time. Even got some. Bought a whole bunch of. Oh, I got new. Okay, anyway, I bought a whole bunch of M2.5s. All of the M2.5s, 12mm stainless steel, because I'm always running out of the length I need, and the nylon ones, just, they're terrible. But I'm not sure if you can see, but I can't really get that any closer. I don't know if I can pull it out carefully. Hang on. Okay, no, I won't. I'll show you from here. My mounts for the limit switches, they're screwed in to standoffs, but the standoffs are not attached, so that these can be removed if I need it. They're very tight though, so they're just using standoffs in little hex outlines, right? Cutouts. So I push the standoffs in, and then I screw these into the standoffs, and it works great. The problem is these screws are just useless. If you tighten them too much, like now, they just keep spinning and spinning. And so the idea is to remove these nylon ones, which are absolutely crap. Very hard to get small metric, at least here. It's very hard to get small metric from anyone that stocks stuff here. Or they sell them in, like, you know, packs of 10 for really expensive money. So I'm just going to screw this on. Now, that camera, I didn't order that camera, no. And there's a reason. Because that camera is basically the same one as what I just bought. I got the 21 megapixel. It's the it doesn't have the USB interface. Like it's MIPI, but I can plug the adapter on if I want to do it to the UVC mode, and it has all the control that this other one's got. It's just not as high res. It's close, but not quite, and it's fine for what I need. Like I don't need any better. So waiting for the Kickstarter to finish and then waiting for fulfillment. Yeah, I don't know. I won. Hey Andre, I won thanks to Mark Olson, who worked out how to do it. Oh, that is so much better. I'll swap all the rest of them out later. Okay, that's cool. So some options now. I mean, I can show you what this camera is doing. It's just not. It's really not great. Right, it's a higher res than the Pi one, but the one I ordered is 21 megapixel. So the one I've got coming, I'll show you, is this one. Bear with me, I will find it. It's also RGCam, and it is dun, dun, dun. Okay, I gotta find it on the email because I can't remember the code. One moment. Auto confirm. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, it is this one that I bought. 21 megapixel. Hang on, let me switch screens. Oop, we've got Octoprint in the back. So this one here, 21 megapixel. IMX 230. Auto exposure control, auto white balance, programmable focus control, upcoming VL2, V4L2 support. It looks pretty good. So I don't know what the difference is between this one and that one that's on Kickstarter. But this isn't an RGCam as well. And then the other cameras I got were this one, which is the monochrome one. It's not inexpensive, no, but yeah. So this is the monochrome version, 10 megapixel. It's the MT9J001, and it's really good at low light. 7 frames a second at full resolution, which is fine. My issue is full resolution on this other one has got terrible light. And then the other one I got is this one. Which is the same, but the color one, 14 megapixel in color. So hopefully between those two, I'll have something. Kickstarter one and fixed length. I think this one also is a fixed a fixed length. I don't think I can put a lens on it. I don't think so. But it's okay because I don't need to put a lens on it. This is the one for board detection. So yeah, I've got to wait for these to arrive. Okay, so if I go to here and oop, it's off. Okay. This should be set up with my little one. Oh, no, it's not. Did I unplug it by accident? Damn. Okay. Won't be a sec. What's the command for listing all the cameras again? Is it V4 L2 control? Is there a help? There's a list menus, list controls. No, it's not what I want. List devices. Why is it only seeing one camera? Let me unplug my cameras and plug them back in again. Still let me see one camera. Oh, that's not good. What did I do? If I broke the camera. Does the upper camera have to monitor the process as the lower camera is doing its business? No, upper camera doesn't do anything at that point. Let me just make sure this is centered because I knocked the camera a few times. Yeah, it's good enough. Okay. So I fixed all of this. Oh, cable's in the way. Okay. Oh, didn't like me doing that. Knocked the cable. So I fixed this, the rotation flipping. So this is all working fine now. It's also much faster. I mean, this is lower res, but it's much faster, and I've got it doing the calculation stuff. So that's all good. I want to know why I can't use my other camera. I might have to let me just restart Pi. Sudo reboot now. Bye. I'm doing a bit loony. Bye. Yeah, the top camera gets turned off when the bottom camera is doing its stuff. It doesn't need to do anything. It can't because it's being blocked. Okay. I also got myself some longer. Let me just go back to here. So the only thing that's a bit janky at the moment, it's not janky, but the thing that holds the pulley on I only had 25mm M5 bolts, so that was annoying. So I bought myself some 35mm ones, so I can make this section much thicker. And like there's not much play here, but there's probably more. Like over time, I might have issues with it. I don't know. I don't expect that this is the design I'll end up sticking with at the end, but it's definitely what I'm going to keep developing on for the moment. Okay, so let's now see if I have more cameras. No, I don't. What is... Zoom in. What's going on? If I unplug that one, so I only have the one plugged in. We'll see what happens. Right, still I got one camera, but the one I plugged in is my bottom one now. So what happens now if I run the code? It's not finding anything. Oh right, it's looking for a... It's interesting. Right, here we go. Because this is the code that's running now is not the code that should be running for this camera, right? It's for the top camera. So it's looking for Rex. It's trying to do stuff, right? But as you can see, look how dark that is. But this is how it's going to work. I mean, you know, it goes to there. I mean, whatever order, I don't know, I'm going to do. So at 640 by 480, that's how dark it is compared to how bright the other camera is, right? My keyboard, it's just a Mac. Bluetooth keyboard. They're so good. None of this PC garbage, mechanical keyboard, keys, stuff, whatever, blah. Now, so that's at 640 by 400, right? If I quit that, now it's going to want me to re-log in Visual Studio Code. Now, if I set that to a lower resolution, right? If I go to 320 by 200, look how much brighter it is. Is that off the screen? I mean, just look at the white, how much brighter the white is. And then if I set this at the highest res it can go, which is 1280 by 720, it's supposed to be 1920 by 1080, but for some reason I can't get it into that mode. Look how dark it is. Look at that. So the high res this camera goes, the darker it is. Look at the white. So I can't use this camera. I don't. Maybe I just don't know anything, but I don't understand why it's tied to resolution. Yeah, it's pretty. Ugh. It's nice, like the global shutter bit's great. Although there's still a bit more blur. I think that I'm seeing more blur than you're seeing because I'm looking at the VNC screen. I should look at OBS instead. OBS has got a better picture. But still, too dark, not usable. Reduce the frame rate. Okay, I'm not sure how. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a let's go to here. I'm sure there'll be a setting for frame rate somewhere. I'll have to find properties. FPS. I think it's just FPS. Yeah. And it looks like default is 5, so maybe it has to draw more pixels, it can't spend as long grabbing light. Maybe. Like, as you up the resolution, it automatically drops the frame rate. That's part of the that's part of the design. It's my thumbnail. Prop FPS, I don't know. Can I set it to 1? Let's see if I can set it to 1. See what happens. Oh, Ollie's home from school. Okay, that's brighter. But look at that. I mean, look how much slower that is. That's almost on, yeah. Okay, it's definitely brighter. But I can't grab images from this. But if I had more light, then I could. Oh well.
Oh, it's so cool in here.
I'm streaming, just so you know. I'm live, but it's okay.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh crap, sorry.
It's okay. She came home. I wanted to stop her before she said anything silly. Yeah, and the fact is, this is still not high res enough. But you can see here, like, how much of the board I get in the image. Like, I'd want to drop the camera considerably lower. Hello, Sion's family. Yes, just Ollie. Home from school. Need a light. I do inside the house. But she came around the side to, because she has to come and let me know when she's home, because she now walks to school and back. So she's got to let me know. So she came around the side instead. I heard the door open, the side gate. I wasn't able to change the brightness and contrast on this camera. Those settings are for the other camera, which is what I haven't... Oh, why is that not quitting? Okay. I'm just making this camera the camera so you can see what it looks like. I haven't got to the code yet of doing all that stuff, but I mean, I can try. What I should do, let me just switch cameras. I'll make a settings for global shutter. I'll separate them out so I can remember what they were. This would be settings for rolling shutter. And I'll do an if, oh god, the brackets thing. So the gain doesn't seem to do anything. If false, else, okay. So if I put the contrast back to 0, I mean, I don't think any of these do anything. Okay, so contrast does. Hey Richard. If the sign is rockin', don't come a knockin'. Yeah. So that contrast looks terrible at 0. I wonder if the gain is doing anything. Pity I can't hot reload it. Oh, okay. The gain did something, so now I can't find anything. So it looks like some of these settings are controllable. Right, if I can't find the rect, that means that it's I'm not checking to say, do you actually have an image, right? I'm just assuming that you do. So go 16. Anyway, this is not what I jumped on the stream to do, but anyway. Let's set this negative 16. Let's set the brightest to 128. Yeah. I don't know what the clamped values are for this camera. It seems to be different to the other camera. I'll do gain of 64. I mean, maybe I can play with the exposure. I mean, that's gain, but look at the grain on it. It's terrible. Anyway, so the fact is, like, I would want my, camera to be this much closer. Okay, maybe not that much. Hard to hold still. Like, I'm wasting all the pixels at this resolution, yeah? That's out of focus now. But I want to be as big as possible. Right now, I'm wasting too many pixels. But if I get a high megapixel camera, then and it was kind of the same size, same-ish type frame, I'd end up with 4 times as many pixels, hopefully. Are you going to light it from the frame, or you mount LEDs in around? No, I'm going to light it from the frame, because if I light it from the ring here, it's really bad. I'll show you. So I've got a ring light from a microscope. And you'll see, I mean, obviously it's super bright now, so I don't know how this is going to work. You see, like it's too close. It gets the wrong type of lighting. Like, even if I turn it down, a ring light's not going to work. There's no, at this distance, there's no way I can get a ring light at this closeness that isn't going to completely hotspot sections, right? I need the lighting to be further away. Yeah, so that's not really an option. Not well diffused. Well, this is a microscope one, right? It's diffused. Okay, it's not the best in the world, but I think, like, I've kept the inside free. I've kept this free so I can get lighting around here, and my plan is to have the lighting go sideways, not down, and then if I need to, I'll put some diffusing underneath it, like it'll be an L shape. So the lighting will be facing this way, and there'll be a strip like diffusion here, not all the way along. So yeah, like I'll cut up some special diffusing light. Anyway, not light, tubey stuff. Okay, anyway, yep, enough with that. So the question is, do I see if I can get a stepper going? The other thing I mentioned the other day that I was, I need to redo the PCB, and it should be fun to see what I end up with. I'm not overly hopeful that my first iteration is going to be good enough. Oh, right, that's what I was in the middle of doing. So, because my new camera that's coming is a MIPI camera, I didn't put a slot in my PCB, and I need to put one in. So, took me a while to work out. I don't know if this is going to work. How to get one of these layouts from the Pi in KiCad, but I did in the end using a template. Some of the templates crash. Really? Open. Can't find my project. Where's that gone? Oh, there it is. Okay. Hopefully I can paste this in. Yes. Okay, good. So now I've got a guide, because I originally had a guide. Actually, you know what I need to see first? Are these individual pieces? Oh, they are. Damn it. Okay. How do I group stuff? Grouping. Group. Because I want to be able to delete the group later. Okay, that's good. So for the moment, I just want to get it lined up so I can roughly do the cutout. So you can see here, I've got a problem because the camera sits right here on my board. So I'm going to have to move where the bobs are. That is frustrating. Quick, code the steppers before the G-code fanboys wake up. Yeah, that's okay. Nothing wrong with G-code. It's just not what I want to use. Oh boy, okay. Well, this is okay, I need to get my edge cuts. I'm just going to do a cutout for what's the key to constrain? I don't know, I can't seem to find a key to constrain when I'm doing a line. I mean, other than the grid. Sorry, we didn't do this for KiCad help. Okay, so that's where the camera is, and not that I need the display one, but I might as well just put it in. I think I've already got one there, but it's not the right spot. That's really bad. Okay. So now I can get rid of this. Okay. I think it was Alt. Yeah, it's not Command, Option, Control, Shift. None of them are working for me to constrain. But that's okay. 162. Bet you Peter's gone. Is Peter still there? He's probably gone. He'd know. Not that he's on a Mac. Oops. 160, 160. Okay. I'll fix those up later. So I'm going to have to move my bobs. I don't know where I'm going to move them to. Like, I'm just going to have to hang them over the edge more. I can't move this one over to the right because that's where the USB connectors and stuff. Well, I guess I can if I use a really tall header. If I use a really tall header, I could probably get it over there, but then I'd have to yeah, maybe use a double height header. I don't really want it to be like that gap there, but I need to add. So I need to add 4 connectors. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I never do this in my own stuff, and I should. So I need to add 4 times connectors. I can't spell. For limit switches. I need to add footprint for 16 megahertz crystal. For the can't remember the name. It's not gonna let me open it. Damn it. For the sync locking. I'm going to need a way to control RGBW 12 volt LEDs. Luckily I got 12 volts coming in. Yay, food wins. Bob or ice cream choices. Oh, definitely ice cream, dude. Definitely. Now I don't want that in edge cuts. I want that in user. And it's probably going to be too small, but let's go. Let's make it nice and big. And left justified. Yeah, look at that, my to-do list. I should do this more. Maker is an e-stop a wise idea. Isn't that pulling the plug? Pulling the 12 volt plug. How you doing, Aaron? Yeah. Now, before I forget, I bought 16 megahertz crystals. I gotta find them. I don't know what I bought. Of course. And I don't know where I put them. And that is really frustrating. Because unless I can find them, I have to go hunting through all my LCSC stuff, and I bought them a while ago. Yeah, I don't know. And I have stuff all over my desk. Flash. And gates. Oh. I just want to know what crystals I got. Okay, I'm going to have to go find them in my order. Pressures here, no heat bed. Yeah, I don't have to worry about things like thermal runway and stuff. Or I hope. LCSC, let's log into LCSC. So because I'm running 2 bobs, God, that's 2 bob. Bob is slang for a currency in well, in Australia and in England, in the UK. So 2 bob. A 2 bob is a. Oh, I'm gonna get. Oh, I'm not monetized anyway. A 2 bob is a hooker. The joke is that they only cost 2 bob. Anyway, and so every time I say I've got 2 bobs, it's doing my head in. Jewel bob. Okay, there you go. I've got jewel bob. Okay, order history. I'm not going to show you my order history. It is terrible. $0.20. Now you've learned something useful. I wouldn't call it useful. No, that's not the one. That is not the order. So maybe it's the order before that. Is this Open Bob hardware? Hello, Lixie Labs. Is it Open Bob? 2 shillings. Open Bob hardware. Is it open source hardware? I will be open sourcing this, yes, although I don't know how useful it's going to be as this design for people, but I mean, this is just my mock-up. Like, this is a prototype. So where are the crystals I bought? Anyone? Bueller? Impressive British history. Well, I spent some time in England, but you know, we are all convicts here. So, you know, we need to know our history. Here we go. Found it. Wait. No, that's not the one I ordered. Because I would not have ordered 2,780 of them. No, they're 40 megahertz crystals. Don't be silly. Convicts and jailers. Oh, there was no jailers. It was all convicts. I mean, some of them might have become jailers because they ran out of jailers, but seriously. Those Aussies. Terrible. I can't find my order for my crystals. Which is bizarre. No. PTC. Oh, right. Found them. Found it. So, this one. These are my crystals. Hope these are good crystals. Well, good meaning I hope they work. Does it come with a bob? Bill of bobs? Things like, no. So, yeah, I mean, no, bobs. I'm using bobs. I'm doing it with bobs. Not everyone's going to want to do this because they're not cheap. Way more expensive than stepper motors, right? Wife descended from the First Fleet Marine. Wow. Sure she was a jailer, Andrew? I mean, I'm not judging, but, you know, are you sure? Fun fact, French, a dollar is a commodity referred to as a, I don't know how to pronounce that, which is a 7th century French currency, I think. Okay. So I think it's more the concept. Like, I'll release my design, whatever I come up with. This is, as I said, this is just a prototype for me to work on. I can't work on the code unless I have this working. So I need this to work on. But this is really not. This is my first ever mechanical build. So, you know, if I can even get it working, that'll be a bonus. Okay, so it is a 3225. Hey, Gustas. 3225. So I need to put a crystal on. So I don't know where I'm going to put it. So I hope that answers your question, Lixie Labs. How's the campaign going? Does everyone know, hey folks, does everyone know about Lixie Labs' campaign? We're going to have a look right now at it. Let me just in case. Crowd supply. Pixie Chroma. Have you all seen Pixie Chroma? Ooh, you almost double your goal. Nice. So I'm gonna turn the volume down. But I'm just gonna play this. So these are RGB LED digits, kind of like my tiny digit, but these are don't have a controller on them. So you just chain them up like a sequence of neopixels and whatever. But the cool stuff is in the library and the firmware that they've been working on. It's really good. It's really cool. Lots of built-in effects and stuff and whatever. And then something I didn't realize is that, like, obviously when you've got a whole bunch of them and you want to chain them all together, like, there's a limit to how many you can do. So the library supports the ability to have 4 different data pins, up to 4, is it 4? Up to 4 different data pins. And so, and it keeps it all in sync. So if you had like a really long board, if you had like 4 lines of them, you could have each one with its own data pin, but you don't have to do anything with it. It does it. It just syncs it all itself to display stuff. That's correct, isn't it? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if you don't know about this, if this looks cool, if it interests you, I'm going to post a link. It's currently on Crowd Supply right now. Here we go. Right. See, 4 RGB. You just initialize it with 4 different pins, and it does all the stuff for you. Nice firmware. Nicely done. Really good docs. And nice looking boards as well. So anyway, yep, let's get back to this. That's a plug. That's an unsolicited plug. No worries, you're welcome. I hope you you go gangbusters with the campaign. They're very nice looking. Okay, so what do I need? I need a crystal. I still don't understand. Like, why is there a? Yeah. Anyway, I don't get still some of these symbols in KiCad and how they all work. I just don't. Just saying. But I need to put a footprint on, and so what did I say? 3225. God, this always open up the wrong place. No AUD were exchanged for that plug. No AUD at all. No chromas were sent my way. No, I'm just kidding. No. It's definitely definitely check out the campaign. It's a worthy campaign. It's a worthy product. It might look just like some NeoPixels on some PCBs, but the amount of effort and work that's gone into the library and support and stuff, and the API is really incredible. Really top-notch stuff. So you should definitely check it out. Do it because Sion says so, not because you want to. That's kind of how I talk to my kids. Anyway, so crystals are doing it for themselves. 3225. I don't need a hand soldering one. Okay, so yeah, I might as well also give it a reference. Y0. I don't know. Okay, so now, except I don't understand how this is going to work because I've only got 1 pin. So the clock 16 pin connects to a 16 megahertz crystal. What does it connect to? The X, the positive or the negative? My kids call me Sion. No, my kids call me asshole. That's for another discussion. We're going to table that right now. Crystals are usually X1, which is positive or negative. Oh my god, they haven't fixed this bug yet. This is nightly from yesterday, and I still can't. Oh, I can double click out. They fixed the double click. Yes. Okay. Okay, and these are just ground, not polarized. So it doesn't. So where does the other one go to then? So one goes on to. So they both have caps, and just one of them goes to the thing. Is that how it works? I've never worked on a crystal before. Oh, someone's picked me on Slack. Ooh. Uh-oh. But, uh-oh, what happened? I don't know if I'm allowed to read this out. Matt just pinged me. Matt Trentini with a... There was no swearing involved, but there might have been goats involved. I'm just saying. So, back to this. There should be 2 crystal pins, and in and out. Well, no. There's a positive and a negative. There's no, like, it's not really an in and out. So I just, okay, well, I'm gonna have to XP, yay. And that'll just be XN. And it doesn't really matter, right? And then this and this should be going to ground. Oh, I gotta get used to double clicking now. Where do I ground? This is nothing to do with the pi. Maybe it's speaking to signal from an oscillator rather than a crystal. Maybe, but then I'm screwed because I didn't buy an oscillator. I bought a crystal. So, you know, like... okay. So let's find an oscillator. Oh, bang. I kicked the bucket. I kicked the box. This is to sync the 2 bobs together. Yeah. Oscillator. No, well, I've got an order sitting at JLC right now, being packed. LCSC. So I can just quickly buy and add something. But I need 16 megahertz. Voltage supply. I don't know, all those things. And then what do I need? See, they're all 4p as well, so what's the difference? I don't understand. I mean, that looks exactly the same. Except these are much more expensive, but whatever, like... 20 parts per million. Oh, I need... So do these need load capacitors? No. You just give it power and it just oscillates, does it? Is that how it works? Current supply, V to D, ground, out, and possible enable. Let's look at the data sheet. Correct weight. Power supply. Okay, well there you go. Wait, where's the pin out? I'm going too fast. Where's the numbered pins? I'm scrolling too fast for everyone, but look, so that's great. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 2 is ground, 4 is VDD, 1 is the switch, and 3 is out. Is that what that is? Because I can't find where the pin numbers are. Okay, well, we better stick. How many of these am I going to buy? I know, let's buy 17 of them. Add to cart. Except I'm going to get that whopping freaking fee just below the schematic. Oh, here they are. Okay, good, thank you. Right, so the problem is I need to have, was it 15 bucks, right? Or I have to pay a fee. I got a $3 handling fee because my merchandise is less than 15 bucks. Which really frustrates me, but I could buy the more expensive ones and only get 10. No, I'd have to buy 15. Whatever. Okay. It's just $3. What else do I need? Before I order, I better find out what else I need. Okay, so let's go back to the pins. Let's just get this right. Because I'll do the same thing. So pin 1 is output enable, which I can leave open, right? I can just leave it open. Or should I pull it high? Ground, output, VDD. 4 is VDD. So 4 is... Oh, come on. I'm still not quite. Oh, you. Still not quite there yet with KiCad. Okay. But it wasn't 3. 3 is output. 2 is ground. Oh. Okay. Piss off. Piss off. Okay, 2 is ground. 3 is output. Oh my god, what a... Anyway, 4 is VDD. Abuse schematic symbol, crystal doesn't equal oscillator. So what? That's easy to fix. Watch this. It's an Oscar now. Really? Do I really? Okay, fine. Oscillator. Where's oscillator? See, the problem with oscillators, look, they're all specific types of oscillators. Where is just a standard generic footprint? See, these are all the atomic ones that have got a fixed, they've got a footprint with them. I don't want that. I just want a standard. It's 5x3 too. Like, do I have to go and find one that's actually a... Like, you know what I mean? This is a bit annoying. Sounds always getting bullied. That's okay. I love getting bullied. If I didn't love getting bullied, I wouldn't do my streams. That's not true. I don't love being bullied, but bullying's bad. So it's 5 point... I need a 3 2x2 See, this is... Oh! So this one here, like, really? So this is why I'm just using the crystal. Because I don't know what this ASE... Okay, you go away. Keep kicking in the box with all my spare parts in it. Not all bullying is mellow. No, it's just the word itself has got the wrong connotation. It's wrong. Gotta stop. Okay. Yo can go. I'm gonna... Do I pull it up or not? I should just pull it up. Thanks, Wagon Loads, but it's fine. Like I like if I pull it up, do I have to I don't need to stick a resistor or something on it, do I? Oh no. I know, everyone's gonna kill me. And this is going to be out. Clock output. Ian is active high or low, or no, it's also here. I can just leave it. If I just leave it open, oscillator is on. I want it to always be on, I guess. So, or resistor if I want. No, yeah, okay. You know what I'll do? I'll stick a I'm going to stick a solder jumper on it so I can enable it or just leave it floating in case there's a problem. That's a much better idea, isn't it? Okay, let's now annotate. And let's bring it in. And it can sit right in the middle of the board right now, I don't care. Okay, so crystal, it's not a crystal, it's an oscillator. Scratchulator oscillator. Solder jumper pads acted weird in PCB new. They both wanted to connect to the same net, even though I had different nets on the schematic. Yeah, it could have been a bug. But, you know, maybe not. Definitely, I've seen some weird stuff. No doubt. But they are fixing bugs pretty damn fast. But this selection thing, I still find super frustrating. Let's get a 22 cap tied to ground on each side. If you've got a 22 picofarad ground on each side, then yours is not an oscillator, it's a crystal. They're load capacitors, which is different to what this crystal is. Although their diagram here does show they want a do I really need to put a cap on the power on the 3.3 volt line? I would put a resistor between oscillator output and each bob input to kill off reflections. Well, I can put pads down. I can just put a 0 ohm there if I need to. Can do that. Okay, clock 16. It's already labeled. And they're both... Well, there's only... Right, okay. I'm going to affect the frequency if I stick a resistor on there, aren't I? God, this is annoying. So that is actually going to be there, and that is going to go there, and for the moment I'm going to stick a, I mean, do it as 0. What would you put there? I don't really think it needs one, but you never know. What do I know? Not much. Stop spinning. Oh, that's funny. Sorry. Oh, God. I know as a kid to flip that. I just don't know what it is. Okay, so that's clock 16. Okay, 22R-ish. RR. What are these, by the way? Oh, 805. No way. No way, Jose. 0603. 22. Okay. The window keeps popping on the other thing on the other side. The multi-monitor support is a little bit fragile. 22. Okay, so I've got 22 22s, and I've got to stick a capacitor. What? What is that? What was that? Capacitor. Right. Small. Not small. Oh, God, that's huge. Okay, let's get a small one. Where's C small? Seriously. I'm gonna have to really clean this schematic up, let me tell you. It is ugly. Ugly, 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 ugly. Okay. E. Footprint. Why is the value C small? Every time I've got to move this window again. Poor me. Like, seriously, poor me. Value 100 nanofarad. And that was a bit silly because I want to turn those off. No, I don't. I'll leave them on there. Okay, cool. The frozen shithole of Hoff. That is funny. Okay, yeah, they're not, as I said, they're not cheap, but they're great. Unplug the other monitor. The other monitor is my iMac. If I unplug the other monitor, my computer stops working. So I probably don't want to do that. Okay, so. Oh, I didn't annotate. Whatever. When I pull it, it'll annotate. Yep. Oh, excuse me. Okay. I don't like how in drag mode I can't rotate. Move mode I can, but turn these off. In Move I can rotate, but it then breaks, like I can break DRC rules, so, you know, like seriously. It doesn't really matter where I'm putting this right now. I don't care. Where actually are my clock keys? That should be clock. It is. Right. So I don't know which one was which. I should have just labeled them. Again, really annoying in... Well, actually, you know what I can do? View, show, redness. At least I can see which one goes to where now. Oh, jeez. Edit. Footprint. Turn everything off. Edit. Footprint. Turn everything off. Okay. Move. Rotate. Spinny, spinny. Yes, I have 15-degree rotations turned on. Because why not? Yeah. Is that the right size? Yep. Cool. What? What key did I just hit? X? It's not letting me... Okay, that's weird. Okay, that's probably why. Okay. It's fine. Because I need to get rid of this. Because they were joined together, but they can't be joined together now. So, yeah. Why can't I delete that via? Whoa, what's going on? I just deleted everything. Like, so this selection thing, it's got problems. They improved this, but apparently they didn't, because I was just able to see that. I'm not able to delete this trace. But I can select it. Wow, you've got 15-degree rotation steps, but you never... But do you ever place parts off orthogonal? Yes. Oh, hello, Greg. Yes, I do. So this is left over. So this is a frustrating thing inside KiCad. I've got to say, there's two projects I'm working on right now. Yeah, this is from yesterday. It's a nightly from yesterday. Hey, Graham. Ooh, lots of people come in. So the two projects I'm working on, two client projects that both require odd angles, 15-degree instruments that I can work on. Unfortunately, in KiCad, you got to set it in preferences. Like, you can't just go, like in Eagle, like when I'm in the rotate mode, I can just overwrite whatever the steps are in the interface as I'm going. But in KiCad, I have to, so like I'd go to preferences, and then there'll be a, again, pops down the bottom. Does yours, you're on a Mac, Greg? Yes, it's a global setting, right? And then what happens is I go into here and PCB editing options, see here, and I change it back to 90, and then I'm in the other design and I'm rotating and it's screwed, and I forget, and I go back and have to set it back to 15, and it's really annoying. So I just leave it on 15, but then I always overshoot when I'm rotating. I get it's all new and whatever. I'm not complaining. Like I'm actually really enjoying KiCad, but there's some things like that from a usability point of view that it's really frustrating. There should be a way of switching, or having two, like, you know, hold the Alt key down, like have a one step and a second step that you can, you know, hold and switch between. 2021 circuit boards of Advent. Oh, wish I had time. Can you put client PCBs into those? No, you can't, because you can't show them. Yes, drag mode's really cool, actually. On the bob, nothing's selected to clock because there's only one bob. If you want two of them and you want them in sync, then you need to put a crystal down and connect two of them. So I did actually get a 16 megahertz clock out of the Raspberry Pi on one of the I/O, on I/O 4, not 4, pin 4, whichever one it was. Pin 7. So how is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I don't remember what I/O it is. I/O 4. I think it's I/O 4. I managed to get a 16 megahertz clock out of it, but to do that I had to mess with the I/O, and it's not good. So I'm not going to do that. How am I going to get this trace around? Oh, no, because it's not even here. Right, I just realized before I make a total mess, that's got to go. Yeah, see, I/O 4. So I/O 4 I don't need anything on anymore because I'm not actually using I/O 4 for the clock. Bye. Also don't like when I hit update, there should be an update and close button. I hit update and now I have to hit close. Gotta say, that's a little annoying. So I just realized just shouldn't even be there at all. And that, see, this selection thing is really, I've bug reported this. I think it looks like it's only a Mac thing. Okay, it's actually got to be down here. Or it's got to be somewhere. And why is my, there we go. I'll align them later. Okay, X, so that's not even connected at all. X, like I know I gotta get, oh, U, that's right. I'm teaching myself the hotkeys. Yes, you see that? Will KiCad work on a Mac 10.4? Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't know where this is going to live, and I have to work out. So what should I use for the steppers? I know that Dustin Watts used not steppers for the limit switches. He used, I think they were just were they 1.2? No, were they 2 millimeter? I don't know what pitch he used. No, that's going to annoy me. I really shouldn't finesse a design to start with. I should just... But anyway, you know, I can't help myself. Okay, clock. I'm glad I finally made it to the dark side. Actually, I didn't want to do that. That I don't like. I don't like how when I go to D, you see that? I want my trace to stay that way. JST PH to the 2 milliwatts. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if you used those or if you used something else. Are there any Photoshop-like tools to align parts to, for example, specific pads of another part? Yeah, there is actually. There's a, I can't remember what the control is for it. Someone showed me the other day. Under special tools, is it? Position relative to. And you can move with reference and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But then you've got also just your, so if I was to grab these two, go that way, then, and if I right click on that, I can do a align and distribute, right? So I can align vertically, horizontally. I can also distribute them. So if I had like 7 resistors, I could put them in line and then space them all out evenly. Very cool. Eagle has the align stuff, but doesn't have the distribute. The only problem with the align stuff, and apparently they're gonna fix this, is that it takes everything in the footprint into account. So for instance, if with an LED, sometimes on an LED they've got like an extra line here, not on that layout, but you know what I mean, like a it'll be on the, let's say the silk screen, there'll be like a line like this, right? And when you align it, it includes this because it's in the footprint, and so it doesn't put the centers right because it's off balanced. I think they're going to look at removing some of those things from the align stuff, so it only works off the pads in the center bit. I think. I don't know. What do I know? Okay. Oh, and also worked out Shift R goes the other way. I'm slowly learning the hotkeys. That's annoying that they're in the way. I've got one there. And that one can go there, and that one can go. Why can't I squeeze those in? I feel like I can squeeze those in, but maybe not. I feel like this is going to break things. I feel like chicken tonight. No, too soon. Like this push and shove stuff is quite nice, but if there are vias in the way, and sometimes you got to push them really hard to make them jump, and then if you want to go back, they don't go back to where they were, and that's a little annoying. Just saying. And I could play with the distance thing here, but there you go. Yay. It is very cool, I gotta say. I just gotta get used to it. And I'm still unfortunately in Eagle for a few things, which is frustrating. What was used on the 5.2 inch floppy read write notch? What? I've got limit switches on here. I'm talking about how I'm going to connect them to the board. Hotkeys is what you want to if you live in the frozen shithole of Hoth. It is that they've really come a long way with 6, which is why I'm using it now. They really have, and they really, like the team really want to make it like the best tool they can, honestly. I mean, I should really just move this up, and I will. I'll clean that up later. So I'm gonna have to work out what I'm gonna do here with them. So I did the bobs the other way. No. I feel like I'm wasting so much space here. And this is a footprint. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to, oh, damn it. Okay. Right, no one's answered my question though. What am I using for limit switches? Am I going to just use, I just need 4, maybe I'll just use screw terminals. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I need 8 things. I don't have a lot of crimping tools here, so I don't know what I would use. I need like an 8 wire 1.25mm or just a 2mm JST. They can't even sit under the bob. Like I don't want to do tall headers. Oh, someone help me! Help me! Help me! Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi! You're my only hope. I'm gonna have to move it right over, or I'm going to have to. We have to do like one like this. No, so I still won't get the camera out. So if one bob was like that and one was like that, then I'd have clearance for the camera. JST XH, yeah, a little small, maybe SH. But how am I going to crimp the connectors? Go out and buy a $900 crimping tool. If I did that, then I've got clearance for the camera and I've got room for all the power, and I've got I can put connectors for the limit switches, and I'm gonna have to, as I said, I'm gonna have to put something down to control the LEDs, not from the Raspberry Pi. Someone mentioned on my stream the other day that there was an add-on for a Pi that can control RGB LEDs. I've not seen one. Has anyone seen one? I had to buy a bunch of Jst Molex when I built my VCore 3. Lots of swearing. Yeah. Jst crimp tool is like 20 bucks. I've got crimp tools here that apparently you can do JST with, but they're not JST crimp tools. Wouldn't optical limit switches be more dependable? Optical ones. Doesn't matter. I've got limit switches on and mounted. So I don't plan on changing anything right now. And optical ones would be a nightmare to align. Maybe use from a 2040. Right, so I could do a oh, you know what? I've got 16 megahertz crystals, so I could put a 2040 down. Like I've got silicon. I could put an RP 2040 on here. I mean, I've got the boards as well, right? I could just stick a board on, but a board is big. But I've got silicon. I've got RP 2040 silicon. Do I really want to go that crazy? But then I've got to flash it. How am I going to flash it? I'm going to need another interface to it. I'm going to need another blah blah blah, and then I'm going to need another power supply for it. I'm going to need 5-volt regulation on here. I'm going to need all that other stuff. Yeah, I don't want to do that, do I? If I'm going to do that, I might as well put an ESP32 on here. Not like I don't have a few of those, right? So NeoPixel 12-volt hat for Raspberry Pi. What works great? What works great? I don't want a power management. I want NeoPixel Pi hat from Giovanni's Demonica store on Tindy. I don't know. Okay. I don't want one with RGB LEDs on it. Ugh. Okay, sorry. I shouldn't comment. But he's got 572 orders, so his stuff is obviously good, but these are really bad product pictures. Anyway, Adafruit Seesaw has NeoPixel support, but has been discontinued. What's been discontinued? Their Seesaw has. Haven't they just moved their Seesaw over to the Tinies? Or are they just changing the name? See the link above, which... There's no link above. Andrew, did you want to post a link? There you go. Now you can post a link. It's not that it's Seesaw is discontinued. It's that they can't get the chips. They were using SAM 9s or something, so now they're using AT Tinies. They just have to rewrite the library. So technically, product is whatever, but that won't help me. A Seesaw won't help me. I need what is this? Hobby King. What are you possibly sending me a link to Hobby King for? Oh, yeah, I've got these, but they're not JST Connect. Right, just so we're clear, they're just generic crimping. It's a generic crimping tool. Look familiar? Have you ever used one of these to actually crimp real JST connectors? Have you? Not fun. They're not good. They're not good enough. I've got two different pairs, and they've got the different. I've got this one, which has got these teeth, and I've got that one, and they're not. Anyway, it's fine. Like I only had to do like 10 of them or something. But they're not in stock anyway, so ouch. But yeah, okay. Not the same. Link is not generic. Designed for JST and it works. Have you got that particular model? I've got that. No, I know the one I held up isn't the same. The other one's in the garage. It's the one. The JST one has got the curves that go like this, and there's two of them. I know they're not the same. There's like 7 different types of these. Anyway, okay. I'm more interested in NeoPixels on the Pi. You got an exact device and it works okay? Okay, cool. Maybe there's something wrong. I got mine for $6.50 from China. So, but have you seen how much an official JST crimping tool is? DigiKey JST crimp tool. Not just. I don't want just a crimp tool. I want the JST one. JST crimp tool. Bloody autocorrect. Apparently I can't say JST. Crimpers. I gotta find them now. I gotta find these. I gotta find this link. Crimpers, applicators, presses. Crimpers, applicators, presses. I mean, I don't know which one is the right one here, but you know, $800, $1,800 for a tool, $707. I know, 1,630. Like that. It's disgusting. Look how much their crimping tools are, and so many different ones. Anyway, okay, we need to get off that wagon, horse, thing, whatever it is. So, to control any kind of addressable LED, but the problem is, how is that? All the hardware needed is on board, including low level shift and adequate capacitors to avoid voltage feed issues. Data pin can be selected by proper. 11 if you need LEDs powered to 5 volts. You have. Right, so this doesn't solve the problem. So the problem is on the Raspberry Pi is that you have to run to control NeoPixels. You have to launch your app in sudo mode. You have to launch your Python code in sudo, which is ridiculous. And even though there's a limit to how much power you can put through from the thing, If you use an external power source, it's okay, but there's a limit to how many pixels you can push. So, like, I'm not sure, like, this isn't going to help me. I've already got the 12-volt power source. What I want to do is avoid, like, I want a different driver. I want to avoid having to run my code as super user, because that's just annoying. Does anyone know a way to do it? Another way to do it? No? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Yeah, okay. Well, anyway. And I'm going to have to level shift it. That's the other problem. So, and even on a, Tony Pico Nano is a great product for this, right? But it doesn't make it very approachable for other people as a DIY thing. Like, I'm happy to, whatever this Bob ends up being, I'm happy to open source it. But, you know, if you've got to plug it, I mean, I might as well just plug a Tiny Pico into it rather than stick a Nano. But I'm still going to need level shifting. Like, maybe I should just integrate my level shifted LED driver thing into it. Okay, but I still have to solve the connectors. So maybe I'll just use screw terminals. It's just going to be really big. Like, they're, I just don't know. Okay, connectors. See, this is another, like, yeah, okay. So I need a 1x8. No, am I just going to do 1x2s or 1x4 pH? So you know what I can do? I know what I can do. Is I've got a whole bunch of JST pH connectors. Are these ones the flipped ones? I remember. These were all bought for a project. My secret project from ages ago that I never told anyone what it was. Right, so these are flipped. They're flipped, but that's okay. So I can just put JST connectors on the board and I can just cut these and wire these up to my other wires. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to use JST connectors. Limit switches are not polarized, I know that. So use a 2x4 and then a 2-pin. What's the 2-pin DuPont for? You can join them together. Yeah, but I don't want, no, I don't want DuPont, I don't want headers. Plug in, fall out, messy. I think I want, so will it be, so I never know. Okay. I'd rather just put 4 JST connectors on. I have them. I really don't know what the difference is, male and female. What's the difference between male and female connectors? I don't know. These two, but whatever. Come on. Can't I just... 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna have to run 2 wires from every limit switch anyway, going around. So you know, they're just simple. Yeah, I know. It's just weird. See, none of this stuff was on this board. I'm glad I didn't get the board made. But I still have to, I've got to solve why these bobs aren't working, but I've got more bobs here, just in case. Add footprints before you copy them. Oh, that's a really good point. Thanks. That's a really good idea. Oh, bang, over here. Jst PH. Jst PhD. Jst PH. What? 2 pin. That doesn't look. I don't like that footprint. I'm not a fan of that footprint. I'll fix it later. Actually, you know what I can do? I'm going to steal one. How do I steal one from another project? I can't because the project's not loaded. Oh, hell, maybe I've got it in here. Jst Pico Blade. Do I have my Jst? My normal Jst in here? No, but what I can do is I can copy it in, so I can go to my, oh, I don't even know if I'll have it here. There's too pretty, that one, and I'll go back and I copy this into, sorry, I'm not showing you this folder because I might be something in here I can't show you. NDA and stuff, NDAs and stuff. Okay, so try that again. Oh, I can hear thunderstorm. Jst, no silk. That's still not the one I want, but that'll do. That's okay. So, okay, I've got that now. I should label them first. Limit 01. I know it's not really positive and negative, but whatever. One negative. Oh no, didn't want to do that. Let me G. No, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna leave them. Copy, paste, 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 edit. Number 2, edit. 2, edit. 3. I really need these pulled down, don't I? Oh, that sucks. Do I need resistors on them? Oh, I've lost my chat window. Heading off to bed. Catch you later, Dan. See you later. Have a good sleep. Thanks for joining. From Hoth. So look at the window keeps popping up. I can move it And then next time I open it, oh, that one stayed in the right spot that time. Okay, and they should be pulled down. I don't want to rely on doing software pull up and pull downs on the Pi. It's just problematic. Oh. Oh, that's funny. I'm just trying to make room, but it's not really going to give me enough room. That could be 10K. I'll do that. Oops. I'll do that. Oh, I should have moved that one first. See, I'm still struggling with the keys. Do that and that. Now I can just copy and paste them. Oh, bad. I know. I know. Looks terrible. I know. I'll clean up later. I promise. I shouldn't make promises I can't keep, but okay. So annotate. Where are these going to go? What's the error? Multiple footprints found for Bob. Yeah, I know that. Don't worry. That's okay. So they're still pretty big. Oh, they're big, but this is going to have to be a much bigger hat. I'm going to have to how do I want to select the actual Raspberry Pi, edit footprint. Okay. I'm gonna have to copy that other thing back into here. I'm gonna grab those. I have to move them, and oh, they're not going to line up again. How do I Greggy there still? Probably not. Can I constrain my movement? I can't constrain my movement. That is annoying. Edge cut, where are you? Okay. Well, I'll play with the we're gonna need this really wide. We need lots of space. Put Bob on both sides of the board on top. Sorry? Do you have room to put... How do I put them on top of each other? They can't go on top of each other. Oh, you don't mean vertically on top of each other? What? I'm not sure what you mean. the PCB shaping stuff is I'm still, it's not my favorite. Hit M for move, then use up, down instead of the mouse initially. This will constrain movement to up. Oh, no way, really? So if I hit this, if I grab that, and that, I hit M, how do I know if I'm constraining, which way I'm constraining? Oh, right, left or right or up and down. M. Oh, I've got to reselect them all. Oh, that is annoying. M and left. Oh, look at that! Legend. Except I just realized I need to keep the camera, the display. No, I'm not going to use a MIPI display. Okay, right. That is really cool. Really cool. Front and back of the PCB. No, nothing can go under the bottom of the PCB. There's no room under the bottom of the PCB. That is really cool. Thank you. Thank you, Greg. So then I can grab that and snap it. This snapping stuff, when it works, is really good. Really, really good. Sometimes I find that on the Mac anyway, that I'll snap it, but it doesn't actually snap. And I still get errors on it sometimes. See that? Like it snaps, but it doesn't snap. Okay. Or you can use Shift M to bring up the dialog for moving objects a set distance. I didn't even know that either. I did not know that either. That is cool. Okay, I need more holes. Right, so if I click on this, wait. Why is that selecting it there? Okay, that's weird. So if I copy, oh, whoops. I'll grab both. Try again. 1, 2. If I copy and paste, oh, okay. See, it put them over there anyway. I want them in the same spot. If I copy and shift paste, is there a way to? No. Okay. That's okay. What I'll do is so I can grab that one and then this one. The last one I click on and then I can go align vertically and that fixes it. Okay, that's good. I also have to remember which one to do last. Align vertically. Use duplicate instead of copy and paste to place in the same spot. Duplicate. Is there a key for duplicate? Oh, no way. Okay. Like, how stupid am I? I'm going to get one edge, cut right, I duplicate it, and then drag the new edge to the other side. So that's just for extra support. What I want to do is I'm going to find that Raspberry Pi project I just created, just so I can get the footprint, and I should be able to. I can load that PCB new up directly, can't I? I can. So if I grab all this again, I want to copy it. I'm going to go back to the footprint. I'm going to paste it here. There is a method to my madness. No. I'm going to copy and paste it here. I'm going to grab this. group it. Oops. Group it. And now I can place this over the top again, like I did before, but then I realized that I couldn't manipulate my thing properly. Okay, and now I can grab this and align this correctly. Okay, and now I can actually I should leave that. I'm gonna leave a whoa! Did you hear that? It is gonna thunder big time. Did everyone hear that? Oh, even I just jumped. Holy moly. Yeah, there's I'll get used to it, but yeah, they're a bit rough. But I will get used to it. Like this move tool, I gotta remember to keep hitting the thing first. Okay, that can go now. So I need to tidy that up. Yeah, that was full on. That it's going to bucket down. Oh, that was lightning, full on lightning. My kids are gonna freak out. They do not like this. I might have to end the stream shortly. Oh, that is sounding not good. Oh, it's just not working with the edge though. I can't constrain it. That's okay. Okay, almost done. Okay, so the next stream I do, I'm going to work on the breadboard and getting the bobs working, so I can confirm my pinouts. I have a UPS power supply on my server, but not on my Mac here. No. I'm saving often, don't you worry. Okay, so let's see if this worked. Let's go back in here. No, not that one. Bye. Go back in here. And let's see if I go to my 3D view. Is there a fully enclosed board? The corners are not working, but the board is longer. Oh, I gotta open this. My God, the wind, the trees are sideways. Oh, that was bright. I'm gonna close that back over again. That was really bright. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream, folks. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's gonna go, but he doesn't tell me it's gonna go. Whoops. Okay, the internet's gonna go. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your help. Greg, especially you, thanks for your help with KiteCAD stuff, and I learned some new shortcuts, which is great. Yeah, I'll keep working on this, get it all ready to go, so I can test it all. And yeah, I'm in Melbourne, in Victoria, but this is just waiting on a breadboard. Okay, that was another flash. I'm going. Bye, everyone. Take care. Thanks for joining. I'm ending it now.